a very warm welcome to this special. It's Super Sunday today with two matches lined up for you. The first one is between Kolkata Knight Riders and Delhi Capitals. And the news from Brabant Stadium is that Kolkata Knight Riders have won the toss. They've opted to field first. No surprises there. No teams want to bat first. But Kolkata Knight Riders winning the toss and fielding first. No changes for the playing 11. After all, this is the team that has been doing well, is sitting pretty at the top of the table. But what about Delhi Capitals? Delhi Capitals have made just one change. Anrik Nokia is out and Khalil Ahmed is in. So it is Delhi Capitals versus Kolkata Knight Riders. Kolkata Knight Riders having won the toss and have opted to bowl first at the Brabant Stadium. Both captains seem to be happy because Shreyas Iyer, of course, called the toss, decided to bowl first, but Pant also saying we don't mind batting first on this wicket. Wicket is looking absolutely nice, and you know, talked about how it's frustrating when you lose close matches, as they've lost in recent times. But yes, the good thing that they're all relieved about is that there is no dew today, given that this is a day game. You remember how Shreyas Iyer had called it a swimming pool in one of the matches after Kolkata Knight Riders lost. I think it was to RCB. Yeah, so it is Shreyas Iyer versus his former team, and there is Rishabh Pant. The pressure of captaincy, the pressure of team losing. How will he handle that today? Kolkata Knight Riders winning the toss, opting to bowl first. And if you look at the two teams, it'll come down to Kolkata Knight Riders bowling versus Delhi Capitals batting. How good is Kolkata Knight Riders bowling been? To see first, you know, how Pat Cummins has come back, and just we saw the fastest 50 of the IPL. But not just that, the bowling is looking good, which would be interesting to see how that pans out against DC. For Delhi Capitals, more consistency needed by their batting. It's a good batting side, but if they want to win matches consistently, their batting, especially their top order, needs to perform consistently. But number 3 is the problem there. Who is going to be their number 3, Shubhayan? Because Rovman Powell not working at number 3. Should Sarfaraz Khan come in? What do you make of this?
I think given that David Warner, Prithvi Shaw, they are such a good opening pair, Sarfaraz Khan without a shadow of doubt should bat at number 3, or if he's not put at number 3, then Rishabh Pant should come ahead and lead from the front. Number 3 and 4 should be between Sarfaraz and Rishabh, and then the all-rounders Lalit Yadav, Rovman Powell, Akshar Patel, Shardul Thakur can come in and take the middle order. But yes, your main important batter should play the maximum deliveries is what I feel, and that is why Rishabh Pant and Sarfaraz, who has been in such a good touch, should bat at number 3, because in the last match also Sarfaraz looked good in the cameo he played.
Yeah, but look at their bowling, and that's another area of concern for them, because you have Kuldeep Yadav, who's bowling well, but Shardul Thakur, you know, his presence has just gone unnoticed. He's not done anything with the bat. He hasn't been able to do much with the ball. Akshar Patel, after that cameo with Lalit Yadav in the first game, again, you didn't see, you know, when it came to bowling, Akshar Patel bowling impressively. And a lot is expected out of him, but isn't coming good. There is Khalil Ahmed, and it's good that he's been brought back. Mustafizur as well, okay. But again, somehow they were really dependent on Anrik Nokia, and now that Nokia came in, not so sure about their bowling, Shubhayan.
Yeah, absolutely. Nokia was not completely fit. Even in the last match, he didn't complete his 4-over quota, and Kuldeep had to come in after 4 or 5 deliveries in one of the overs. So yeah, Nokia going out for Khalil was a straight swap. But yes, apart from Mustafizur and Kuldeep, none of the bowlers have have a standout match for Delhi Capitals, and it's about time that Shardul Thakur, Akshar Patel, the guys whom DC have banked so much upon, should deliver with the ball, if not with the bat, because the batting pressure will be on David Warner, Prithvi Shaw, Rishabh Pant, Sarfaraz to do well. But for the batters to come good, you need bowlers to pick up wickets, or at least bowl restrictive overs, because so far Delhi Capitals, they have lacked that extra zip which we were seeing under Rabada, Nokia, Avesh Khan pairing, and the leg spinners they had in the previous season. But this season their bowling and even their batting depth, it looks a bit weak in my opinion.
Okay, also take a look at Kolkata Knight Riders playing 11. Now this is a team that is coming together well. They may not have performed consistently when it comes to their batting. But if you look at this playing 11, somebody or other is always playing a match-winning knock, be it Andre Russell, Pat Cummins, changing the game completely. And then the bowling is very good. And I think that's where the difference is. And I feel with Pat Cummins coming in, that one little weakness they had with Andre Russell bowling in the first couple of matches, that has been negated. So you look at this bowling and you say, this is actually a team that has, you know, someone like a Varun Chakravarti and Sunil Narine, still players not willing, batsmen not willing to take them on. So 8 overs there from these two. Pat Cummins, another 4 overs. Umesh Yadav, the player for this team, the bowler for the tournament so far with the purple cap. This is a brilliant bowling attack.
Oh, absolutely. And given that it is a day game, I think Sunil Narine and Varun Chakravarti are going to impose themselves more against this out-of-form DC batting unit. But, you know, Kolkata have done extremely well so far. They have found heroes, single-handed match winners in 3 of the matches they have won so far. But I feel that their top order need to come together at some point, because you can't depend on single-handed match winners or Andre Russell to fire in all the matches. You need the likes of Ajinkya Rahane, Venkatesh Iyer. Okay, he scored a half century, but they have backed Venkatesh Iyer above Shubman Gill. So they would want Venkatesh Iyer to, you know, score 50s consistently, if not 50s,
but they're
then
missing
30s.
Shubman Gill.
Yes, absolutely. Shubman Gill, you are seeing what he's capable of in Gujarat Titans. But yes, the squad they have right now, they will want Venkatesh Iyer to, you know, at least get 40s and 50s consistently, and then you have Sam Billings who has batted beautifully so far in this tournament. But again, pressure will be on Nitish Rana, because 8.5 crore for him. Nitish Rana needs to come good at some point, because, you know, you just can't keep on scoring mediocre runs and then put the pressure on Andre Russell and then Pat Cummins to follow in that batting unit. So
it's a batting that, I mean, it's a batting unit that bats deep, but everybody needs to come together to perform consistently. Okay, let's take a look at their head-to-head record now, because for Kolkata Knight Riders, if you look at the head-to-head record, they have the advantage there. Overall head-to-head record, Kolkata Knight Riders have won 16 out of the 28 matches, DC 12. But since 2018, there's a slight advantage to DC, having won 5 out of the 9 matches. So interesting there, since 2018, 5 matches that DC have won and Kolkata have won 4. That is the head-to-head for these two teams. But I think it'll also come down to Shreyas Iyer. And, you know, hasn't got off to a good start in the tournament so far. What can he do against his former team, the same team that did not let him keep captaincy, the same team that did not retain him? So, point of proof there. I know that players will not, you know, Shubman come out and talk about it openly, but I'm sure it hurts. You know, you've given your energy. It was under Shreyas Iyer that Delhi actually started performing well. You give it to, okay, you get injured. The captaincy is given to Rishabh Pant, but, you know, he never gets it back. So somewhere I feel like he must be hurting, and you probably will be able to see that in the way he performs today. Because he'll go out there wanting to prove a point. Absolutely,
he took over the captaincy from Gautam Gambhir when you know, they were Delhi Capitals were just losing matches straight in. So and from there, Shreyas Iyer revived this team, brought in a culture of winning matches, qualifying for the playoffs, and Delhi Capitals excelled under Iyer's captaincy. But you know, he didn't get it back, as you said, the captaincy, and he will be hungry. He will be hungry to prove a point, and so will be the likes of Kuldeep Yadav, Umesh Yadav, against their former side. So yes, these are elite athletes, and whenever you give energy, you give your commitment towards a team, and they don't back you as you were expecting them to do, and that is what hurts them the most. And I think Iyer, who has a terrific record at the Brabant Stadium, will be the man to watch out for in today's match. Okay, what are the other key battles to watch out for? Let's talk about those battles. First up is Prithvi Shaw versus Umesh Yadav, which we will say straight away in, well, 7 minutes from now.
Prithvi Shaw versus Umesh Yadav. Now, ball faced 4 runs, 5 dismissal 1. It'll be interesting to see, given the kind of form that Umesh Yadav is in, and also for Umesh Yadav, who was part of DC.
Yep.
And again, former team.
Didn't get a game there and has started, is a purple leading wicket taker in this IPL so far, has bowled phenomenally well. I mean, he's the best pacer in this IPL 2022 so far. But Prithvi Shaw looked in devastating touch in the last match, and when he is in such form, he can take the match away from the opposition in 5-6 overs. So Prithvi Shaw's wicket will be very crucial, and Umesh Yadav, who swings the ball a bit early on, can trouble Prithvi Shaw, because there's where his weakness, Prithvi Shaw's weakness lies on. But yes, it's a very important battle to watch out for, and if not Umesh, then I'm expecting at least one of the spinners to come in early and get either of David Warner or Prithvi Shaw early in the innings.
Okay, a lot of people now asking us questions about whether Mustafizur Rahman is in this team. He is very much there, and of course he should be, given that how well he has bowled since he's come and joined this team. But how crucial will it be for Shreyas Iyer, like we said, to give that strength to this batting by performing well? So in the middle overs, what will be nice to see is the battle between Shreyas Iyer and Kuldeep Yadav. Kuldeep Yadav again just looking in rhythm, bowling well. 20 balls faced, 32 runs, a strike rate of 160, no dismissals. But the difference here is that Kuldeep Yadav is doing well, Shreyas Iyer hasn't started well. So interesting. Who will come on top today?
Very interesting battle, because Shreyas Iyer, as we know, is one of the finest exponents against spin bowling, and Kuldeep Yadav has looked like a different bowler in this tournament. You can see Shreyas Iyer has dominated this battle so far in IPL, but you never know what the way Kuldeep Yadav is bowling, the way he is varying his pace. Has 6 wickets in 3 matches, and Shreyas Iyer has not set the stage on fire as well in this IPL. So can Kuldeep get Delhi Capitals' former captain out in this match against his former team? So a great battle, a great matchup to watch out for.
Okay, then the news from the Brabant Stadium is that Kolkata Knight Riders have won the toss. They've opted to field first. Yes, but it is a day game, and hopefully we don't have, I mean, there is an advantage of teams chasing, but in this case, dew won't be a factor.
Yeah.
So the teams would be happy with that. Kolkata Knight Riders, like I said, have won the toss, opted to field first. Anrik Nokia sits out of this game for DC, and Khalil Ahmed is brought back in. Now, DC's bowling, again, hasn't come good collectively. But look at that team. They've got some brilliant match winners.
Yep.
David Warner being one of them. Prithvi Shaw showed you what he can do. Then there's, of course, Rishabh Pant. Again, the pressure of captaincy. What's going on with Rishabh Pant? I mean, he needs to get going. A couple of starts, but after that, what? Then there is Lalit Yadav as well. Rovman Powell, number 3 position. Who is it going to be? Will it be Rovman Powell, or will it be Sarfaraz Khan? Will Rishabh Pant promote himself up to number 3? Will it be interesting to see? But Akshar Patel and Shardul Thakur need to come good for the Delhi Capitals. Okay, let's take a look at Kolkata Knight Riders now before we go any further. Kolkata Knight Riders, you know, we've seen 2 match-winning efforts, one from Andre Russell and one from Pat Cummins. But again, the batting collectively hasn't come good in any of the games. They will want to repair that. They will want to bat better. But bowling has been superb. This is one of the best bowling attacks in the tournament so far.
True, and KKR have always been a bowling side, always led by Sunil Narayan, and he has shown that he is their mainstay in that bowling unit, but fantastically led by Umesh Yadav in the pace department as well, and the breaking coming in from IPL straight from Brabant Stadium is that David Warner and Prithvi Shaw are at the crease for Delhi Capitals, and perhaps Umesh Yadav will take the new ball as well we are yet to see that. But yes, Delhi Capitals fans would be desperate to see Prithvi Shaw and David Warner give them a good start, because this KKR bowling unit has the ability to pick up early wickets, has the ability to choke runs in the middle overs. So yes, the battle against Umesh Yadav, against these two classy openers, will be a fascinating watch for all of us.
And it was interesting in the way Shaw batted in the last game. You know, I'm sure he was under pressure, and this is not just pressure created by not batting well in the IPL, but just overall, you know, with fitness being an issue for him. He's been out of the Indian side as well. I mean, here is Prithvi Shaw, who was being touted as the next big thing. He went, he got a couple of chances, didn't really grab them, got injured in the middle. To just do this, this IPL is extremely important for Prithvi Shaw, this edition of IPL.
He had a dream start to his international career as well, scored a century in his debut test, and from there on, when we were all expecting that Shaw's career will take off completely from there, it went downhill. He got injured in Australia, didn't get to face the series there. India won there under Virat Kohli. Then again, when he was called up for the next Australia tour, it just didn't come off for him, because Mitchell Starc and Pat Cummins were just taking his wicket with the incoming and outgoing deliveries. So yes, from there on, but Prithvi Shaw did extremely well in the last couple of IPL seasons. This season, again, there was negativity at start. He failed the yo-yo test at the NCA, and from there on, it does affect players' mentality, but the way he picked himself up in the last match, hopefully he will continue to do well, and I think Delhi Capitals have got their first runs as well in the match.
That's right, 4-0 for Delhi Capitals. Prithvi Shaw hitting a first ball boundary from Shaw. He knows how important this IPL is for him, even to want to have any chances of getting back into the Indian side as well. Remember, there is a T20 World Cup later this year. So, you know, this is also a showcase event in that sense for all these players to show their talent. But yes, I also think David Warner, he'll be raring to go, wasn't picked up in the 100, you know. So would look at that and say, hello, I'm David Warner. I may be getting old, but I'm still David Warner. I'm the greatest, one of the greatest in IPL ever. But yes, interesting game. Also, at 6:30, you can watch us build up to the next game, which is between Rajasthan Royals and Lucknow Super Giants. That's right. That's the game that is coming up. It is a Super Sunday, so you know, 2 games back to back. Hope you enjoy the action today, and may the best team win. That's it from Shubhan and me. Goodbye.